Alright, good morning ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Yes, we're finally awake this time. Maybe. I'll see how it goes, right? Currently we're on the stairs, but you know, I think it's literally been like a week since we've been on the stairs. We've been walking for like the past week. That's okay. We finally got a little bit of sleep. Again, the only thing is when you do the stairs, the breathing is more delayed. So talking is it's a bit more, there's not too much topics to talk about because we have to change our breath style. But as we already know, when we do stairs, we burn more calories than even jogging. It's like slow heavy cardio. At least our nose can breathe, you know what I mean? Sometimes when we do stairs, the nose is blocked, but this time it's very flow through. It gives me all the oxygen I need and keeps my mouth shut. It seems like today's golden hour is seems like it's the quietest this week. Yeah, interesting. So this week today is like the quietest golden hour we've seen. Hmm, interesting. Now look, and another one's gone. There's actually only three people here now. Interesting. Oh yes, we are recently doing the horror story 3 gym horror stories. That was actually pretty interesting yesterday. Like a 15-minute story will turn into like, no, sorry, a 15-minute story turned into a 30-minute reaction video, which is actually quite nice. It reminds me of the researcher, you know what I mean? Because with the researcher, we basically spent like 5 times the length of the thing. Did that make sense? No, we spent like 5 times the length of what we were consuming. So like 5 minutes turned into like 30 or 50. Really depends, right? But we do things really slowly with the researcher, and that's about it. And there's nothing really to talk about though, to be honest. Not really much. Still have to control our breathing in the stairs, but we're used to it by now. Sure, we sweat on the stairs, but it's alright. Again, apparently we burn the most calories doing stairs anyways. Except if we like run. We actually have not run in like months, by the way. I don't know why we stopped running. I think we just did walking instead, or speed walking, or only ran for like 3 minutes. We haven't actually done 10 kilometers in a while. I actually don't even know why. We just haven't ran for like weeks. I know we can though, but we just don't. We rather walk or something. There's nothing really to talk about. Can't think of anything. I think today we'll do ARC. No, not I think, we will. Got to do Aquatica, and then maybe start Aberration, then go into Extinction. No, we're not really done with Aquatica, but I think the next episode on Aquatica is going to be dominating the whole ocean now. Yeah. Reason is because I think I already got myself a strong enough army to deal with the water. Like my Narwhal Squadron's already so strong. We can already kill an alpha squid. So yeah, it's like I'll see how the episode goes today. And we might have to revisit Extinction or start Aberration. Look at that. Back to 6 speed. in under 5 seconds. Huh. I guess here's the off-topic thing to say. On the TVs, there's like a middle-aged woman, and then on the other TV, it's a younger woman who's singing. It's kind of just crazy how age hits people quite hard sometimes. I think that's well, this is not tribalistic. This is purely just pattern recognition, but like white women lose their looks pretty fast. But it makes sense, obviously, because at the end of the day, due to biology, right? The only reason women look good in their younger age is because they only need a couple years to look attractive before they get pregnant, and then that's it. Reproduction complete, done. You know what I mean? That topic didn't really land that well. I could go into more depth, but it's just like it is what it is, right? I guess the only advantage is that, oh no, not advantage, but the difference is that when it comes to men versus women, men age nicely, women don't age nicely. So yeah, no light without dark, you know what I mean? And I ran out of topics again because there's nothing to say, right? It is what it is. Hmm. No, there really is just nothing to say, right? I mean, today's plan is actually pretty easy because yesterday on stream we basically finished editing the highlights. So yeah, it's pretty simple actually today. I don't even need to edit any kind of Overwatch things because we did it yesterday. Huh. Today is literally just Earthlock edit, and that's about it. So I guess we'll see what kind of things we could do on the stream today. Hmm. Do we want to keep doing Overwatch? Nah. Really depends. There's no story to it though. That's the only thing. And again, we're pretty much nearly done with Aquatica, only because I've already got an army, right? That destroys all the threats. I guess we could try Aberration and maybe continue Extinction. Let's see how it goes. And as usual, like every single time, same old stats. 212. 300 calories, 30 minutes, and 112 floors. That's usually what we do. Where is it? Here you go. Simple stuff. Yep. Going dark definitely helps dry my head before we put the headphones back on. So it's nice. Alright, the golden hour today is pretty nice, I will admit that. Now then, got ourselves our goat. I've also got myself a thing to put my bag. There you go. It's my goat. The most goated thing here. And the reason? Because we get more range of motion. With the 20 plate KG, it hits our chest too much. I bet that Deep Blue is pretty much camouflage with the gym. I'm not gonna lie, actually, Deep Blue is so camouflage because not only are you black, but you're also red. Like there's some red tinted, no, there's like some red parts on the tripod, and they're literally camouflaged with the gym because literally all these other machines have a little bit of red on it, right? So you literally look like you belong here. Well, you do. It's pretty neat. Matter of fact, yeah, you literally camouflage. Anyways, let's begin, shall we? Golden Hour is just two people, by the way. Not so bad, not so bad. Pretty much nearly Diamond Hour. You literally cannot beat this thing, dude. It's always the goat. That's what I think I've said it like consistently for like a month now at this point. But seriously, this thing's the goat. It's just perfect for me. Anyways, what else is there? Why is there a spring here? Whatever. Just gotta do the water, and finally, out of the entire week, we can actually talk because one, golden hour is pretty much diamond hour almost, and we're awake. Only problem is, no, there's no problem. It's just the same old topic, the same old question, right? What is there to talk about? Nothing. Really is nothing to talk about these days. You know what I mean? Like, what is there to say? Beats me. Like, what are we trying to say? Oh, I guess we can talk about this like, I think I've told you guys already, but the A side, B side, right? I don't need you, you need me. Reason I'm mentioning this topic again is because yesterday I went to a scenario about, or not, yeah, it's like a scenario I looked into yesterday about a person and another person, and pretty much I just told him that who needs who? Who's the A side? If you're the A side, then you just leave. If they're the A side, then you obey them. And the context was this person was like getting treated like shit from the other person. And it's just like, well, who needs who, right? Now, hold on. Just let me do this real quick. You see, with 20 plate kgs, if we do this, it'll literally hit our chin. But with 5 plate kgs, it does not hit our chin. So what's the topic again? I guess the context was like this girl and this guy, girl treating the guy like crap, like just going to parties without him and neglecting him or something like that. And then I just was like, oh, we're just leaving. You can always find another one. Who's the A side? Who's the B side? Should have left earlier or something, right? That scenario was pretty easy to deal with. Just leave, right? Who's gonna stop you? Move on. Done. Who needs who? Again, then nothing can beat this goat. Even bent over barbaros don't even compare. Yeah, you get more range of motion with this. And I have successfully ran out of things to say again. Because, yeah, I went to check on the students yesterday too. Nothing. They say nothing anymore, bro. No more interesting topics. I think it's because they already learned from me and from Sensei that, if you're the A side, it's pretty easy to just deal with things. Because you're not desperate and you're not simping and blah blah blah. Plus, you still need to figure out the reason why you would need another person to begin a fight. Like, what is their purpose? It's almost transactional. It's kind of the difference between how anime depicts things versus how real life does. But at the same time, to be honest, the the way anime does things is the same as real life because it's just an entirely different ecosystem, right? It really just depends. Yeah, because anime depicts things based on feelings and history, right? You know, there's no, it's not really transactional to a degree. The difference between, okay, yeah, this just depends on the ecosystem, right? You have transactional relationships and you have like feelings slash history slash nostalgia kind of relationships, right? Where the difference is the feeling slash, meant to be slash, just like spiritual wise. No, 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 like literally just based on feelings. Those relationships, they don't care what each other's gain is, right? As long as they're together, they're happy. Like they can be together broke, they can be together middle class, they can be broke. I mean, they could be rich together. Doesn't really matter. They'll still be together, right? It's purely based on emotions and history, right? And then you've also got another ecosystem where it's based on transactions. What do I gain from being in this? What do they gain? What do I gain? Transactional done. You know, just depends on the ecosystem. It always has depended on the ecosystem. Mainly the feelings ecosystem is from history to get it going, like, same classes, basically time together. The other one is transactional, where it's like you have not spent time together, but you're just meeting for like, yeah, it's like you can see it like a video game almost, right? How many hours have you spent on this? Or like, it's not a video game, but just depends on how many hours you've spent, right? It's like I get it, maybe that high school person that you knew for like 3 years plus, you like them, but then at another ecosystem, it's like you transactional. Does that make sense? Maybe. I think maybe I'm washed up. I think I went into longer topics about it in the past, but it's pretty simple stuff. I guess it does make sense to a degree, right? I mean, from my own experience, there's like only one person in the entire world currently that would not be transactional, but everyone else is transactional. That's about it. But then again, you would prefer to be the A side. I don't know. Anyways, that I guess we get anything else to say. Not really. Just depends on the ecosystem. There's actually really nothing to say there today. It literally is just all ecosystem. I guess that's why we go past topics so fast. Because it's just like it is what it is, ecosystems done. You know, you could even say like literally if I talk about another ecosystem, for example, the Arabs or what do you call them? The Middle East ecosystem, right? Their love is completely different. It's more about arranged marriages from parents and a whole different ecosystem, kind of. Because there's ecosystems within ecosystems. Because like in the Muslim in that ecosystem, right? It splits into many things. Some of them are literally get like yeah, it's a lot of it's very different. The sound barrier is gone. We'll wait for a bit. Even though it's like almost golden hour. But yeah, the sound barrier is gone. No problem. No, you know, technically if you're like a germaphobe, right? Oh, sound barrier is back. If you're a germaphobe, the gym's probably like the worst place to go to, right? Because it's so dirty. I just don't think about it. I know it's really dirty, but it is what it is. If you really think about it, it's always dirty. Even if you shower. Nah. Usually the bed is like the only part that isn't that dirty. It's mainly just your own scent that you would naturally create even after you shower. So it's like the only cleansed part of your living area. Is there anything else to talk about? Not really. This this bar up here isn't the best. It's not really smooth compared to that one over there, but I'm just too lazy to change it. I'll be alright. I won't die. Not allowed to die. Is there anything else to say? All I know is that for Aquatica, we're merely just exploring and expanding the army. We're on 34s, no, 35s. And I guess when it comes to extinction, we need to work on an army as well. Probably just a Rex army is gonna do the job pretty easily. And that's about it. Ah, extinction's gonna be a bit annoying. We're gonna have to seriously like farm a lot of metal and build an air conditioning thing for the Rexes. It's gonna be a bit annoying. Make a Rex army and done, you know. But extinction, you'll need a Rex army, which we can do. What else would I do? For aberration, I still haven't explored aberration yet. We should probably do that. Is there anything else to say? Not really. Uh, can I think of anything? Not really. All I can think was just drinking water. Yeah, I'm still getting knocked out. No, actually, no, doesn't count. I guess yesterday I also got knocked out in Alpha Theory Gym yet again. That happens often. It's fine though, right? Just sleep earlier. We don't lose too much time when we get knocked out. Yeah, so today's day is actually pretty simple. Honestly, let me list it up for you today. Yeah, today's gonna be no story time because I think we're talking a lot today. Okay, so we're on 4 5s. So pretty much today's down seems pretty simple, right? Back day, Alpha Cave regime, food, Earthlog edits, and data work, dips and pull-ups, food again. That's it. There's no there's no other edits to do because yesterday we had work, so didn't. Yeah, it's all good. So then we've got a lot of time, so maybe we can do more. We'll probably do like there's no need for story time, so no need for that. We could do Overwatch. We could. Oh, we got to do Aquatica. So Aquatica, maybe Overwatch in this in between, and then Aberration. Maybe start Aberration, and then visit Extinction. It really depends. That's it. Don't think there's any other kind of. We're good. Like I said for Arc, we kind of spearrunning the maps now at this point. Like I'm not gonna bother doing Crystal Isles, Cracked Isles, Crystal Isles. Yeah, no, I really don't really bother with that to be honest. Because I already looked on it on YouTube, right? To defeat the boss, you need to collect all the artifacts and then just use the Rex army again. So it's kind of, I don't know, it just doesn't seem something like I want to do. Find a high level Rex, tame it, breed it, and then just send it all into one. Yeah, it's just like. Plus, also, I think it's because in Cracked Isles, the map is just doesn't seem very Rex friendly. I wasn't paying attention the whole time. Oh, it's Diamond Hour. Oh, it's Diamond Hour. Huh. Congratulations, we have made it to Diamond Hour. Let me quickly double check. Scanning, scanning. Boom, 0. Boom, 0. Boom, 0. Boom, 0. We have successfully got gold Diamond Hour. Excellent. Excelente. Great. Huh. Diamond Hour here is almost too good. But again, there's nothing to talk about, so much for that, huh? That's pretty. It's like today an event. I don't know. Usually the regulars will be here. Guess not. Is today like an event? Don't know. Don't care. Well, I do care. Well, no, not really. Depends on what you mean by care. You know what I mean? It really just depends on what you mean by care. But hey, I'll take the Diamond Hour for now. It's probably gonna stop. Like someone's gonna probably walk in soon, sooner or later. So it's not completely Diamond Hour, but it's fine. Is there anything else to say? Nope. But I can mumble, bring up random topics. Like, I mean, like yesterday's story video was actually pretty interesting because it's like 3 true horror gym stories, and it was like about a guy making friends with someone. I don't know. I don't. Yeah, that story wasn't really much you could. Actually, that story, the only thing you could really do is just tell them what you mean. Just like, yo, let's not be. I don't want to be that close to you, my friend. Sorry. Done. Instead of just hiding away. I am kind of looking towards maybe trying, maybe trying League of Legends again. I don't know. Like I said, from Tyler One, Diamond Hour has officially disappeared. So yeah, I was thinking we could try like League, but at the same time, I don't know. League's got a lot more variation in Overwatch, that's for sure. Overwatch has got too much. How do you say it? It's too. I think Overwatch is a bit. It's getting a bit too fixed, right? It's kind of getting repetitive. Really depends because right now, we're kind of in an elo where hero picks up, and you can. Yeah, I mean, it just really depends, right? I think the only reason League of Legends is a bit more interesting is because there's a huge amount of variation. If you're just playing like me, you can literally build anything you want. You can choose any character you want. There's so many champions. Every game's different. It's very variation like, right? Overwatch is kind of like that, only in 6v6, but it's kind of getting, same old tanks and same old, like, it's not as variation as League. But at the same time, it's probably the same, right? I mean, as much as I say League is lots of variation, sooner or later you'll get bored of it again. It's like, oh, typical, yeah. I think the only reason I'm thinking about playing it again is because I just want to play like probably less than like the arc of League is going to be very small. It's going to be like a couple games and that's it. You know, I did go on like Malphite. AP Malphite's the best, and Nivea is also good. My Nivea is good. Heimerdinger should probably try that. Haven't gone in that gun in a long time. ADC, I hate ADC sucks. So boring. And support is probably like the best role in League of Legends. Only because you can literally do whatever you want. Like you could just roam. Like literally stay in your lane for like 1 minute and then you can just leave. No one's gonna blame you. I mean, you'll get flamed, but who cares, right? I guess jungle is also quite free, but jungle people rely on you to like I don't know help them. Support you can just do whatever you want. Oh, water's nearly done. Or water is pretty much done. It's the same one you just used. So yeah, it's diamond that was gone, but it is what it is, right? It was bound to happen. not everything lasts. So what we're talking about, yeah. I talked about league for a bit. Yo, someone was doing 75 kgs here. There's no sound barrier. Oh no, there is sound barrier, but the or whatever, who cares? That's actually kind of heavy. We're just done check the weight. Also, seems like it wasn't actually done an hour. It was for a second, but it looks like the person that was gone was actually just in the changing rooms. How unfortunate. Also, we might have to abandon that spot because there is like a person on our 7. 70.55. Yeah, we had to kind of abandon that spot only because there was a person who was no headphones, no earbuds, and they were like 7 o'clock to us. So none of the cables would have worked. Too close. Also, we're literally ranging at 70 kgs again. I'm gonna put efficiency for this as well. Yeah, yesterday we were like 70.1, and then I guess today is 70.6. So we're still ranging at that spot. It's fine, I guess. Is there anything else to say? Not really. But yeah, like I said, usually I'm pretty. If someone was at my 7 o'clock, I wouldn't mind too much. But it's just that sometimes when I don't have any sound barriers, it's annoying. Not annoying, but I just adapt, you know. Because when someone isn't wearing headphones or earbuds, they can hear me way easier, right? Because one, they're not listening to music, and two, because when someone has headphones or earbuds, it depends on the level as well. Because if they are one, they're obviously listening to music, right? Blocking out the gym music, and the gym music is louder than our voice, so therefore they'll block it. But then it really depends because sometimes if they are wearing like, for example, AirPod Pros, you could like see it. If they wear like fancy Sony headphones, I could see it. I could safely assume that they cannot hear me at all because those tech upgrades have even more advanced noise cancelling. So yeah, the gym music is louder than our voice anyways, so they won't hear us. But when someone doesn't have any kind of sound barriers in their ears, then they could probably hear me. Well, they will. Yeah, so basically, yeah, and I just obviously avoid people in general because yeah, I guess that's one benefit about going so early in the morning is that everyone kind of no one's trying to make friends compared to like those horror stories. It's like I get if you go during like a busy hour, you're going during a time where people actually just want to socialize. So people want to make friends with each other. But when we go in such a golden hour, I'm like, why would I want to talk with you or be friends with you? We're we're literally here at a certain time to be. I mean, look, in reality, I would just be honest with a person if they ever happened to me, right? I'd be like, look, bro, look at the time. I don't want to talk to you. I just want to be alone, right? Appreciate it. Just you do you, I do me. Done. Gotta be honest, right? It's like I came on this time for a reason. Just don't want to talk to you. I want to be friends with you either. Don't know who you are. Don't care. Sorry, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't exactly say I don't care, but I'd be like, yep, I'm good. If they then take the hint and they're being annoying, I'll leave. Just go to another gym. You know, we already have practiced that many times, right? If there is some kind of anomaly or something that's happening, we will simply just trend would just go to a different area, right? But this area is still probably like the best, honestly. Here we're in like four fives. So nothing else to really say though. Nothing to say. Uh, I guess things to do is yeah. I mean Ark. I'm not sure if we're bored of Ark. Not really. You know, so many maps to do, but it does kind of get a tiny bit repetitive. Mainly because the variation in dinos are kind of the same now, right? It's like oh yeah, Parasaurs and Ankies and Odix. Same old, right? There's nothing really too new. I guess in Aquatica, that's what I wanted to do, but the thing is, there are some new creatures, I guess, but I've already tamed such a efficient creature, the narwhals, to just kill everything. It's like, oh, done. You know? Oh, there's nothing else to. Wait, hold on. This is why we have these treatment shows, variation videos. I guess it really just shows you like reality, huh? That's why I always question what Sensei does. It's like, what does he actually do every day? Because there's no way he's like always like, what is he doing? We don't know. Probably just doing hedonism stuff at this point. I think I like these shows because it really just shows you like our dopamine receptors, right? I guess that's what happens when like that's like what do I guess that's why I always wondered what elites do or like what rich people do or like what do they actually like what do they do? Can someone tell them what they do in a 24-hour day? Like there's probably just hedonism and like just doing jack all right. Sometimes doing it just depends, right? But I mean for us we kind of lay out what we do for now. Pretty much simple, right? I already laid it out, right? And then the rest of it's just kind of streaming and keeping ourselves busy creating metadata. And that's about it. Ain't really much. So yeah, Aquatica, we're just gonna conquer the ocean, done. Continue growing the army, grow such a large armada. You know, what else would there be? Aberration, we're probably gonna roll that place as well. Now, when it comes to cracked isles, there's nothing really to like actually roll. Like, I mean, sure you can. I guess we haven't technically rolled the wyverns, but I don't really want to roll the wyverns mainly because on Cooked Earth, we already rode the wyverns with all of these Geno turrets, right? And it's just gonna be the same thing for the here. Just put Geno turrets down, they did. But I don't really want to go through that grind. And I guess for the in Cracked Isles, we didn't conquer the ocean, but because there was nothing to. I would rather. I saved the water army for Aquatica, and we successfully did that with the narwhals. Okay. I guess technically I'm not actually like that. Look, I keep pretending like we're bored, but there is a lot of things to do. Again, I still got all those stories to do. I remember in my previous Earth vlogs I talked about like creating like an anime or like storyline, right? Uh, haven't really bothered to do that either. I guess my dopamine's so interesting that I just create new ones non-stop because I find that more interesting than yeah. I should probably publish them, huh? Really should. There has a lot of framework in there, a lot of framework. I guess it just really shows how fast they move on. It's like I'll be in like a really cool story, but cool, done. Next, whatever. Yeah, if I had a way to like record myself doing part-time jobs, I would actually, no joke, if I figured out a way to really record myself to do part-time jobs, I would literally just explore so many jobs. It's just that the only problem with that is that obviously from a business perspective, when people hire you, they want to keep you like a good slave. Like they want like they want you to stay for like a month or like a year or like salary based, right? It makes sense, though, right? Because if every employee was like me, you would only just work for like a couple, like 2 weeks or so, and you just bounce. It'd be annoying, right? You want like sustainability. So if I were a business owner, I would want to do the same thing. Be like, yeah, let's have you stay and be a slave for like this long. Don't just like come in and just record your stupid videos and just leave, right? I want consistency. I want employees to stay. So that's why no one's gonna ever let me. Oh, yeah. But that'd be kind of cool, right? That would be kind of cool from my perspective if we were like to work a whole bunch of part-time jobs and just record ourselves doing that for like 1 to 2 weeks and then just bounce. That would be super cool. And like have a way to record myself or have someone record me. It was like changing ecosystems. Like one day we'll be like a fisherman, the other day we'll be like something else. It would be really cool, but I don't think that's gonna work. That's why video games exist, I guess. I could bounce faster without any repercussions. You know the drill. We just do this and we're done. Again, we're not like bored. Just saying. It does sound like we're bored though, but there's so many things to do. Again, if I was really bored, I would like. Nah, I've got to wait for Instagram era. But I guess you could travel. That's why people travel, right? The only issue I have with traveling is that you have to record it and keep it in memory rather than just going and no one's gonna know, right? At least record the metadata. So that's why if I ever go do traveling, I would have metadata. Even yeah, I mean some people care about like view counts and stuff, right? I'm not necessarily into that. Just want the metadata because again, videos are always assets because unless like YouTube deletes it, it's fine. Hold on. Like I said, every kind of content in YouTube is literally metadata. I don't see why you wouldn't do it. It's just metadata. I mean, technically, okay, if I look into a different ecosystem, technically there's no point in making metadata because they already have a whole bunch of different data on you, right? If you like really want to go down that rabbit hole, it's like, oh, you think you're not recording a video? Sorry, that webcam, the iPhone camera, has been recording you the entire time. You have a whole secondary hidden database on you. I'm not even kidding. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. I told you that the AI and the Matrix and stuff like that, they probably already have a whole entire file on you from your iPhone or from your camera, from your mobile phone camera to anytime you're out in public. All those cameras have a secret database on you. The moment you get in your car and leave, all those CCTVs on the street, they're secretly collecting it, or they're making a file on you. You went to a mall, that's collecting data on you. Walk into the gym, all these cameras here, they're also recording me. So my theory is that, well, if everything's already tracking everything, I might as well just give it public, right, and then get some benefits from it. Lean into it, right? So everyone's Truman Show exists already, so might as well just lean into it. But yeah, videos are basically just perma assets. I mean, sure, I guess you could always make that excuse like, oh, well, what if YouTube deletes it? You know, you could literally just get, what if a meteor comes and hits you? We can do about that. Or like, what if some woman just crashes into you during, like, just, you're literally driving normally, this woman crashes into you. It is what it is, right? So it's like, huh. I guess that's why people were like scared of death. They say, oh, if I might die. I mean, in my reality, I'm not allowed to die, so that's why I could live normally. It's like, oh, it is what it is, right? In your reality, I might die after this video, but in my reality, I'm still alive. That's the framework. Not allowed to die. And like, I can always say this, right? It's like, oh, I keep saying I'm not allowed to die, but then like, I guess you watching, you'll see me dead or something. I'll be like, oh, well, he's lying because he's dead. Well, in my reality, I'm still alive. In your reality, I'm dead. It is what it is, right? Just deal with it. Is there anything? Yeah, we always pop off at the end of these videos, just go crazy. That makes sense, right? It makes sense. You know, I kind of like the not Japanese, but it's kind of like I like the idea of like reincarnation or like Ezekiel. Is that what they call it? Going into like a whole new reality. Like you see those animes, like people just main characters just like die in their world and they just appear in a different world. I feel like that's actually kind of cool, right? It's like just keeps yourself entertained. So that's why we have these earth vlogs. That's exactly why we have these earth vlogs also, is it metadata for ourselves. And it's just everything just works out great, you know? It is what it is. And again, just like the Truman Show, sure, maybe on YouTube right now, it says like 1 to 2 viewers watch it, but in reality, it's probably like millions, maybe thousands watching right now. It's the Truman Show, right? You never know. It's just that crazy. Yeah, it's just so many ecosystems. It's just when you really expand it, when you're looking at wide view, it's like wow, cool, and just kind of find your just. Oh, that's exactly what you mean. You got to create your own. You got to curate your own reality to a degree as well, right? Just saying. Just really depends on how much you want it. Like really depends on how much you want it. It's like I kind of think of it like this sometimes. You know, you see on the news or like those YouTube videos, right? Of like crazy man just like running it down to the police, right? I bet in his reality he's alive. Like that video you see like someone. It's kind of like when you see a YouTube video on like a person on like a motorcycle, right? And he's like going like triple the speed limit, and like he just crashes and dies, right? I bet in his reality he got away. You know, in his reality he got away. He escaped. He's in his own world, right? But then in our reality, he just crashed and burned, and he's gone. You know, it's just I just think of it like that. It's kind of like sometimes you see on YouTube, you see these really like interesting people. It's like they have a shootout with the police. I bet in his reality he probably won the fight, but in our reality, he died. He got murdered. No, not murdered, but he died in the shootout. But in his reality, he probably won the shootout, and like yeah, just that's just how things are, right? It's like sometimes you question people online. It's like, well, why would you do that? Why did he think he had a chance against the entire police force? Maybe he survived, you know? In his reality, he probably lived and he won. But in our reality, he did. RIP. Is there anything else to say? I don't know. But I guess that's what happens when we're awake, huh? Most of the time we're like sleepy. Maybe it's we're repaying ourselves from all those sleeping. Is it? No way it's Diamond Hour again. Scanning. Never mind. I really thought it was Diamond Hour. We're just hidden. There's nothing else to say. It's kind of ironic though, right? When you make these stories, you're pretty much just making your own ecosystem. Technically, if you really think about it, these ARC videos, it's basically just putting ourselves into a new reality while in a reality. It's like putting ourselves in a reality with a new reality, like, you know? It's kind of like when you write a story about yourself, you're putting yourself in that reality and like reality, ecosystem. Because especially in some of the stories I have curated, I've put myself in a different ecosystem as well. And I've done it all. Technically, it's not Diamond Hour, but we're literally like across the entire gym. Like, maybe I might even show you guys just how crazy it is. Never mind, Diamond Hour's compromised. Look, there's like a person all the way down there. He's like literally yonder's way on the complete opposite side. So that's why, even though it's like, yeah, that's why this place is so good because it's just so huge, right? Technically, if we any the premium gyms, this is probably the length of like three. Is it? Maybe. Actually, yeah, like 3 to 4x the length or 2x the length. But it's just crazy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate it again. I know today's episode was quite extroverted. I guess that's also you guys get to see multiple sides, huh? It is what it is. Right, guys. See you guys next time, right? What a great airflog. A lot of data. This is why I have to have the PC on exporting at nighttime, because that took 3 hours, 30 minutes, another hour. Dude, this is, in total, this entire section here, that's longer than I sleep. So that's why every nighttime I have to leave this rendering, and I basically sleep with this RGB on the entire time. Anyways, look. Video is being edited. Very nice. Boink. Boink. Water. That. Look at my hands, bro. They're very bony. Especially this. Bro, my hands are like so weird. I always do it like this. Quick check on the devices. Boink. 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 This. Very hot. Stand up. Boom. Wi-Fi. Cables. Mac Mini. Very nice. Every single plugged in. HDMI cable. USB-C, USB-C, USB-C. This one connects to the hard drive. 4 terabyte. Very nice. You know what? Why didn't I show you the rest of the room? It's not like you guys actually see any of it. That's doing that. How's it doing? Is this transcoding? It sure is. Boom. Done. Another terabyte. SSD. 4 terabyte. Boom. That's the one for the gym. Boom. Random lights on the floor. Done. Fan I never use. Done. Dyson that I never use. Done. Money. Battery. Power bank. Wink. What else is there? This is for when I do the camera stuff. SSD. These are the cameras. That is the secret box of goodies. Is that it? Oh wait, I still have this, by the way. Can you move out of the way, please? We still have this, but we never used it. I don't even have an SSD in it yet. I just have this thing. How much was this? I don't even know, but yeah, I haven't even used it because I don't even have an extra SSD yet. Just there. What else is in this box of goodies? Power banks. Is that it? That's it, huh? Ah yes, my bed's actually very messy. Look at this. What? What? Another one? What? Oh my goodness, there's like 5. Oh wait, this is actually something in here. So I got a spare one. That's gonna be used really fast. There you go. Get back under the bed. Where's the monster at? Is he down there? Hello? Wasn't here. Another MacBook. M1 chip. Damn, that's old. What's under here? Phone cases. Just to show you guys something really cool. So look at this. This is all of the rendering we have to do tonight. I'm gonna show you something cool. So basically what happens is that usually I don't sleep with any lights. Usually this is off. But guess what? If I want to render this, I'm gonna need that on. That's gonna stay on. So look, I simply do this. I click render all. GG, that's gonna take, I have no idea how long. But we got a lot of things to do. And then pretty much what I do is I do this. I'll turn off this monitor. Boom. And I turn off this monitor. Boom. But guess what? If I turn off the lights, I'm literally, this is my view, like literally when I'm in bed, right? Oh, I literally just see that. When I'm in bed,
That's like literally. I usually sleep in the dark, but I guess I mean I'm used to it at this point. But I literally just sleep with this PC on. Like I'm not even kidding. Sure, I can block it, I guess, but I get so tired I just fall asleep anyways. But yeah, there's a PC light that's always on. It is what it is, right? All right, cool.